Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I'm glad you could make it. Tonight is Seek and You Will Find, where you can ask me a question and I'll give you the answer in the form of a healing. Tonight, I'm going to start off everything with a healing of my choice, which is going to be the fifth chakra here in the throat and your clairaudient ability. I'm sort of losing my voice tonight, so that's why I thought I'd work on the fifth chakra so I could blow my matching pictures while I work. But also your ability to hear energy is in that fifth chakra. And I thought that would be a good healing, especially with the holidays coming where everybody's trying to telepath to each other and communicate when they're not on the phone. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set the energy for the healing with a prayer. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity, that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay. I should tell you that I'm not getting sick. The reason I'm losing my voice is I had a couple of pictures lit up in my throat chakra, and I was able to clear two of the three that are in there. So there's one very bothersome booger in there that just won't leave. So I'm hoping that I can clear it by the end of tonight. All right. So tonight I'm going to start off with the fifth chakra healing. So let's take a look at everybody's throat chakra. Well, there's a good bit of dark energy in the chakra, like a dark brown. I'm going to start there. And I'm sorry, but this is kind of funny. There's a lot of grumblings going on in the throat chakra because the holidays are coming up, and there's a lot of grumblings about family and family members. And the reason I laughed is I think that's kind of funny because I heard a lot of that today in my professional sessions. So it's on everybody's mind or throat, should I say. Oh, good. That dark energy is starting to release. And I just heard, I can hear myself now being spoken in the throat. When the throat chakra gets jammed up, you also lose your ability to hear your inner voice. So at this point, maybe what I should suggest is a little amusement for the holidays. I think that would be helpful. I'm trying to bring some amusement to the throat chakra. Okay, that was nice. That worked really well. Now I'm going to take a look at the clairaudience. That has some white energy in it. And also some fear. Again, I think that has to do with the upcoming holidays. Fear of seeing people, fear of being seen. And then there's some transmedium energy in there. And I like to call that residue of beings. Transmedium energy is like the energy that beings leave in your space after they come and go. And there are a couple of beings too. I'm kicking out a few beings while I'm at it. Okay, that went really well and pretty easily. So I'm going to fill that in with gold. That's nice. That throat chakra came up to a really pretty emerald green, and with the yellow gold, it was a really pretty combination. Okay, I'm going to start in on the list. And if you didn't see my note and you came on the call, if you want to get a healing, go ahead and type it in the chat bar and address it to admin for anonymity. Okay. Can I please remove snakes and beings? Yes, that's a good one to start with. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering how I do this and how it can work for everyone, I work off of a composite of everybody in the sanctuary. So most things will apply to you. Occasionally, you'll hear me talk about something and maybe it doesn't apply to you. But for the most part, when I work off the composite, it shows me what's going on with everyone. So everyone's got some snakes and spiders in their space tonight. So I'm cleaning house. A lot of the what you would experience from the snakes that I'm releasing, that I'm erasing right now, is judgment. So as I erase, there's a lot of judgment coming out. And with the spider energy tonight, what's coming out is can't have energy. Like you can't have it. Whatever it is that you want, you can't have it. That's the energy of a spider. And as I clear the spiders, a lot of white energy is coming out. That's the you can't have it energy. Cool. That was a great first request. Thank you very much. I'm going to fill everybody in with gold. And that was a nice healing for the sanctuary too. So thank you. All right, next. Can you please balance and set the energy in my new apartment with me and my boyfriend and 2 cats? Yes. You know, the energy is already kind of set at a really sweet romantic vibration. I'm just going to sweep the corners and ground it and give it some gold. But you already have started to set the energy in a really nice way. There's a little bit of darkness from the floor up to about 3 feet. That's probably from the last renter or the last person in the apartment. I'm grounding that. Then there's some funny energy in the shower. And when I say funny energy, what I really mean is there's a being in the shower. So I'm going to move the being out. If that being had been there for a long time, I gave it a hello to kind of wake it up and send it off on its way so it could take its next step. I'm hearing from your cats that they want more water, and I don't quite understand that because I'm sure you have water out for them. So I don't know if they want more water stations, but that's what I'm hearing. It has the apartment has a very cozy, homey feeling, and I'm going to fill it in with gold now. And it's also set to have a lot of communication. That's really nice. Lots of clear communication. Okay. Enjoy. And what I'm going to do is give a like a basic house healing to everybody else. Mostly I'm working on the grounding cord to your home, whether it's a house or an apartment or whatever it is, and cleaning out the grounding cord because there's a lot of energy in the grounding cord. I think sometimes we forget to ground our homes. The homes and the closets. That always seems to be a place that gets forgotten is the closets. And that's where a lot of energy and beings hang out. Well, opening up the grounding cord for the home is really helping. It just starts getting the energy moving throughout the space. Now I'm grounding closets. And giving a lot of beings their next step. Okay, do one more thing. I'm going to ground the front entrance of your home. Now, this is kind of interesting because it's kind of reversed from what I would expect to see. But let's say the doorway It's the upper part of the doorway that's dimmed, and the bottom part of the doorway has a lot more energy movement, maybe even some gold, like on the threshold of the doorway. But it's dim on the top, so I'm going to ground the whole doorway and threshold. I'm just wondering if that's because we look at our feet right before we go through the door. You know, you usually have a welcome mat or something to scrape your feet on. And so maybe that action of looking at your feet and just saying hello to them and the energy, or gets the energy moving down around that area. All right, now I'm going to fill the doorway in with some welcome energy. Okay, that looks a lot better. All right, thank you for that request. And I'm going to move on. Let's see. Okay. Could you help me to release the old pain from never being accepted by my family and thus never being able to create healthy attachments to others? I'm ready to have friends. I'm ready to be close to my family, and I'm ready to have a more romantic or a romantic relationship that's loving and healthy. Can you help me remove anything that's in the way of any and all that? I don't want to continue feeling so separate from others and so isolated. I've always loved, but now I feel like I'm safe and ready to be loved. Yes, and I think this also doubles as a really good healing for everyone else. After I work on the person who wrote this, I'd like to do a family healing for everybody, especially with the holiday coming up. To the person that requested this, this is going to sound hard to take, but a lot of your growth period is based around you taking your family's growth period personally. Like, for instance, there's nothing wrong with you. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. But when you get rejected by somebody else, you start questioning whether there's something wrong with you. And what I'm trying to say is the person who's doing the rejecting, that's their growth period. That's their problem. It's not your problem, it's their problem. So I'm going to clear all that energy out of your space. To help you restore feeling good about yourself again. I don't know if you have an issue with being touched, but it looks to me like your pain sheath has a lot of pain in it. And that could be from not having contact from your parents. But the pain sheath sits right above the layer of the skin. And I'm going to give you a healing on that as well. Okay, then the next thing I'm going to do is give your receiving room, check it for the doorways and see if they're all open. It's also known as your room of possibilities. So let's go ahead and make sure all the doorways are open there. See, now some of them are closed, so I'm going to go around and clear whatever energy is sitting in front of the doorways and open them up. There's one man sitting in front of a doorway, like with his legs crossed, like sitting flat, like the way you might expect to see a guru sit. That's the best analogy I can come up with. I don't think that's a guru. I think that's somebody from your personal life. All right. Okay, he moved and I got all the rest of the doors open. So there you have it. I'm going to fill that in with gold. All right. Thanks for that. Now for everybody else, I'm going to do a simple family healing for the holidays. So the way I'm going to do this is real simply with a rose and clean out the communication amongst family members so that there can be clear communication. Maybe even put a little amusement in there when I'm done too. That's always good for the holidays, a little amusement. Yeah, and what's coming out is past time grievances. They could be little, they could be large, but that's what I see coming out. And it's a very dark brown. And as that grounds, a really pretty lavender is coming in. And there's like a clear lavender, and there's a lot of clear communication in that color. And I'm going to bring in some amusement. Well, I'm really going to ask Supreme Being to bring in some amusement. And a really beautiful teal was brought in, like the color teal. And also some yellow gold. Some peace and prosperity for everybody. All right. So once again, thank you for that request. That worked well for everyone. All right. My stepson, Brennan Garcia, has a difficult time getting along with people. Okay. Thank you for giving me the name. He's very wounded on a deep level and doesn't trust anyone. Doesn't want to confide in anyone. I'm going to turn this over to Supreme Being and tell you what I see in the healing. First thing that's being released is a lot of self-doubt by Brennan himself in this healing. It's weird. It almost looks like bats flying out of his space, the self-doubt. Deep down, he feels like a loser. So I don't know what his personality is like. He may cover that up by being, I don't know, harsh or overbearing, but deep down he feels like a loser. So Supreme Being is clearing all that energy from him. That's a white, like a pearl white color coming out of him. Because deep down he really wants friends. Now Supreme Being is like bolstering him and telling him what a good person he is. Kind of highlighting in his space his qualities, his good qualities, to remind him of who he really is. And reminding him of his value to himself, to Supreme Being, and to his community. Oh, he's also getting a past life aura healing. So it looks to me like his past life aura was leaking a little. Sometimes when that happens, odd things will happen to people if their past life aura leaks, like things that don't make sense in their regular life because it's from their last lifetime. And it's like it part of whatever went on in their last lifetime didn't get cleaned up or put back together. And so he's getting a past life aura healing. And that just got rolled up like a little knapsack on his back, which is what it's supposed to look like. And it was brought to gold. And his crown chakra is being brought to gold. And I can see like Supreme Being's hand on the back of his heart chakra, rubbing it in a clockwise motion. Yeah. That was nice of you to ask for a healing for him. That was a good healing for him. Good request. Thank you. He's being taken care of and being filled in with gold right now. Okay. All right. Could I get a healing on inflammation? I'm having a lot of muscle body inflammation due to the weather getting cold. I spend the whole winter every year with terrible inflammation. Okay, thank you. You know what's showing up tonight is your glandular system. So I'm going to be working on that. Your glandular system is packed with energy, um, a lot of heavy energy. So let me see if we can loosen some of this up. Some of it's stubborn, but some of it's coming out and starting to break up. Oh, good. Now we're getting some action. Phew, there's a lot of stuff in there. And, when there's a lot of energy in the glandular system, it's going to mean that a lot of the glands aren't functioning at their optimum. So this will be a good healing for that. Where did you say? A lot of muscle body inflammation. Okay. Okay. Everything just shifted, and now a really beautiful clear blue is coming in, but it's kind of like a clear sapphire blue, like a deep, rich blue, and that's cooling the body down. Okay. I'm going to fill you in with gold. And filling in your glandular system with gold. Okay. And I kept hearing over and over about your thyroid. So I don't know if your thyroid's off or if it's just sensitive and stressed. But yeah, the healing is complete. So thank you for that request. I'm going to do a quickie healing for everybody on inflammation now. Spiritually, what I see that causes the inflammation is being on overload and not being able to process anymore. Process pictures, pain, energy. You know what the real solution to this is? Is run your energy, because that keeps pictures, pain, energy moving and moving out of your body. So okay. That was my soapbox for the night, but I had to say it. So as long as I'm talking about it, I'm going to check everybody's channels, make sure they're working properly. Yeah, and what's great is when you get the channels working properly, it actually pulls the inflammation out of the body and down into the grounding cord. Good. Okay, good. Those all look good. I'm going to fill everybody in with gold sun. Okay. Thank you for that request. Today is my niece Hannah's 18th birthday, the first birthday without her dad. Can you give her some healing love for grief? Absolutely. Oh, and thank you for giving me the name. What, 18th birthday? Okay. I'm working right in her heart chakra and just helping her release straight up grief right now. She's still young enough where she's kind of wrestling with the question, why did this have to happen? I'm going to see if I can help her clear that. Oh, good. I just saw her start to bring in some pink energy and like as a being, like start giving to herself again. I'm going to ask Supreme Being to come in and give her a nurturing healing. She's being rocked in Supreme Being's arms. And being told like all the wonderful qualities that she has. Yeah, she's got a lot of great qualities because I can hear them all while they're being listed off. Sometimes when somebody dies and the person left on the planet is having a really tough time with them, it's okay to put a very thin cord from the heart chakra to the heart chakra of the person that passed to their being. And Supreme Being is doing that right now for Anna. And then as she gets stronger, that will come out. But for now, that's a way for her to stay in communication with her dad. There. Okay, she's resting comfortably now. All right, thank you, Supreme Being. I'm going to fill her in with gold. All right. Wow, that's it. Thank you for hanging in there, everybody. Let me go ahead and close out. May it be with the blessing of divinity that the seek and you will find tonight be complete. Amen. All right. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I do have a quick announcement. In 2025, I'm going to be doing 3 programs. One is a beginning clairvoyant training program that's going to start in February. The other one is my Healing from A to Z program that's going to start in March. And then for any advanced students that are interested, I have a course called Core Compass. So I thought I would just leak that out to you. I'm going to be coming out with an announcement about it in the mailer, but I thought I would just kind of tease you with it. And then once the announcement comes out, you can learn a little bit more about them. But if you by any chance are interested in learning how to do clairvoyant reading, that's the program for you then, would be the beginning clairvoyant training. So anyway, that's what's coming up. And the next thing we have is tomorrow night, believe it or not, back to back, we have a healing on stress. So I will see all of you tomorrow night again for stress healing. All right. Have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow.